Hello folks, welcome to Code with Infinite. In today's tutorial, we'll deep dive into the architecture of Java. So without a further ado, let's get started. First, let's clarify what we mean by Java architecture. Java architecture refers to the underlying process and components that come into play when you run your Java code. It involves various elements that work together to execute your Java code and produce result. Java architecture consists of three main components. First one is JDK, Java Development Kit. The second is JRE, Java Runtime Environment. Third, JVM, which is Java Virtual Machine. Let us explore each of these elements in detail. First up is JDK, which stands for Java Development Kit. This is the toolkit which you download and set up in your system, which we have already done in the previous tutorial. For reference, you can find the link to the tutorial in the description or by clicking on the I button on the screen. The JDK provides the tools needed to write and run your Java code. Developer will download JDK and configure them into the system. Next we have is called as JRE, which stands for Java Runtime Environment. The JRE is included with JDK. So essentially the JDK is one which contains JRE. So whenever you download JDK, it comes with JRE in it. The JRE includes JVM and other set of libraries. And now what are libraries? Libraries are some pre-written code by Java developers that help you to create your own Java application more efficiently. The third component is JVM, which stands for Java Virtual Machine. The JVM is a software component written in C language known as interpreter. Now what are interpreter? Interpreter are one softwares that translates byte code into machine code that your computer can execute. The JVM is responsible for executing Java code. It starts by locating the entry point of your application, the main method, and then runs the code. For a more detailed explanation of how Java code is executed, check out the video linked in the description or in the I button. Now that we have covered the components of Java architecture, which were JDK, JRE and JVM, let's see what happens behind the scene when you run a Java code. We will use this flowchart to illustrate the process. So any code that a Java developers write in a .java file is called as a source code, which we have previously seen, such as, if you see, this is a Java code, right? And the extension of this file is .java. So a .java file contains your source code. Source code has to be compiled using Java C compiler. So with the help of Java C command and giving your file name, you can compile your source code into bytecode. So whenever you compile your source code into bytecode, a dot class file is generated which contains your bytecode. So if you see, each .java file which is a source code, corresponding to it there will be a dot class file created which is called as bytecode. So let's check that. So in this project there will be something called as bin. All the bytecode resides over here. So you can see like first code dot class. So this is a bytecode, and bytecode are not human readable. If you open this file, you will see there is some kind of bytecode which is not readable by human. Now this bytecode is fed inside JVM, which is called as Java Virtual Machine, and this Java Virtual Machine will execute your bytecode to give you the result. And where does this JVM resides? It resides in your operating system. If you are having a Windows operating system, if you have downloaded a JDK, there will be a JVM. Here is the diagram summarizing what we have discussed. So with JDK, what is downloaded? JRE is downloaded, and inside JRE we have JVM. The JDK contains JRE plus compiler. What is this compiler? Compiler is something called as Java C command that you execute to convert your source code into bytecode. And JRE consists of libraries plus JVM. Libraries are some predefined code that helps developer to ease their development of Java program. And JVM is Java Virtual Machine, which executes your bytecode to give you the output. So to sum up all of this, developer writes source code which machine cannot execute to give you the output. So for this we require compiler. The compiler is provided by JDK, which converts your source code into bytecode, a .java file to a .class file. Now this bytecode is fed into JVM, where JVM is an interpreter. So what it will do is, it will convert your bytecode into machine code and give you the output. So as a developer you require both JDK and JRE. But say if you are not a developer and you have received a bytecode from some place and you want to run that bytecode to get the output, in that case in your system you just require JRE, because JRE is the one which contains JVM, right? And JVM is alone sufficient to run your bytecode and give you the output. So if you don't want to do a development of Java code, you don't require JDK, you just require JRE, and the JRE contains JVM, which will help you to run and get the output of your Java code. So this JDK and JRE can be downloaded and set up in your system independently according to your needs. That wraps up our tutorial for today. In the next video, we'll deep dive into the inner workings of JVM and explore how it operates behind the scenes. Thanks for watching. Do not forget to like, subscribe and hit the notification bell for more tutorials. If you have any question or comments, drop them below. See you in the next video.